To your attention, a report on the topic Use of AR/VR technologies in the development of future specialists stress resistance, experience of STEAM laboratory and laboratory of psychophysiological research cooperation. Trends in the development of modern society, enhancement of computer technologies, globalization and informatization affect all spheres of social life, including higher education. The key characteristics of the modern educational process in higher education are digitalization of the educational environment with a focus on the individualization of the educational process, development of adaptive technologies, technologies of electronic and mobile learning, means of identification and personalized access. All these characteristics contribute to the design of educational process models based on the development of the individual educational route of a student. In accordance with the transformational information processes in education, there is a change of competence-based, personality-oriented model of future specialist training. The urgent issues are to determine the features of the impact of AR technologies and VR technologies on the future specialist psychological features, in order to improve the capacity and construction of a new paradigm for future professionals training, taking into account changing conditions of existence of modern society. This research was conducted in the framework of joint research work of teachers and students, future psychologists and programmers at the Laboratory of Psychophysiological Research and STEAM Laboratory. The pilot study consisted of ascertaining and formative stages. Total sample randomized is 50 people, future programmers. According to the research objectives, the respondents were divided into control and experimental groups. No training sessions were conducted with respondents of control group. Specially organized corrective work was carried out with the respondents of the experimental group. Individual and group forms of training work were used within the limits of personality stress resistance development. The training included elements of traditional psychocorrectional work and components of AR technologies. This study was conducted during 2019, early 2020. This slide shows model of empirical study of future specialist stress resistance development. Experience of cooperation of STEAM Laboratory and Laboratory of Psychophysiological Research. The innovation is the complex use of traditional technologies of psychodiagnostics and correction with modern technologies of augmented reality. Pilot psychodiagnostic research was conducted at the Laboratory of Psychophysiological Research with the use of an innovative computer-based complex of HC psychotest. To research the issues of future specialist stress-resistant diagnosis, the following configurations of the HC psychotest have been used. Case candidate. An effective and easy-to-use tool for career guidance and selection of candidates for vacant positions, regardless of their work experience. Case start is used in screening psychophysiological research and gives an opportunity to monitor features and states of personality, disorders of various mental functions, temperament and mental stability, interaction of personality and group. At the formative stage, we integrated traditional psychological training on the use of cognitive behavioral, relaxational, and case study techniques and the innovative opportunities of AR technologies. The formative stage was carried out on the basis of STEAM Laboratory. At this stage, a model of future specialist stress resistance was developed. At the formative stage, the integrative training program, development of personality synergenic potential, stress resistance and time management with the use of modern AR/VR technologies was also implemented. In this scientific study, we offer a model of future specialist stress resistance, which shows the combination of future professional activity, individual personal traits, subject activity level of personality, as well as personal level. Traditional training presented at the formative stage included the psychocorrective program, development of personality's synagenic potential, stress resistance, and time management. The aim of the program is to increase the overall level of personality's stress resistance. Particular attention is paid to the formation of a positive image of a stressful situation, learning how to analyze the situation in a cognitive way, updating the skills of arbitrary relaxation, and gaining the experience of applying techniques and formulas of constructive response in stressful situations. While implementing the elements of cognitive behavioral therapy, desensibilization techniques aimed at reducing anxiety, fear to scary objects or situations, such as fear of flying, heights, fear of spiders, mice, snakes. The following presented on the slide, Google Play applications were used. Application data contain immersive technologies and augmented reality technologies. For example, VR Thrills, roller coaster, 360 cardboard game. It gives the chance to feel and reflect on various mental and emotional fears, maybe even frustration. VR maze. VR ball maze for cardboard and daydream virtual reality glasses. Participants need to roll the ball across the maze from start to exit. The ball always moves straight. The movement of the ball is controlled by the rotation of the head. This game is aimed at the development of concentration and stability of attention, emotional intelligence, and internal analysis of psychophysiological states. VR Mission Leviathan, underwater expedition. Surrealistic virtual reality with carefully crafted sound and detailed 3D graphics, clear, vivid, and colorful models and characters, is aimed at a comprehensive impact on all sensory features of the person. At the same time, arouses a variety of emotions, feelings, and expressions, shapes cognitive reflective skills of information processing and making decisions in difficult conditions. To implement relaxation methods, applications were used that integrated modern art therapy technologies and elemented of augmented reality. For example, introduction into a psychocorrectional process. Graffiti Paint VR, Art OLG Introduction. A workshop of intuitive creativity for meditation is a kind of art therapy. CC Sand, Art, Creativity and Relaxation. CC Sand is a creative space for designing objects from colored sand. It is focused on reducing psycho-emotional stress, situational and personal anxiety, as well as on the promotion of personality's creative potential. The use of augmented reality components while implementing cognitive behavioral therapy and self-reflection. Mood Path, Depression and Anxiety Test. Mood Path is focused on assessing mental health, monitoring and reflecting one's own mood, as well as taking a break from negative thoughts and negative emotions. Mood Path is used as an intelligent mood tracker. CBT Companion, Cognitive Behavior Therapy Application. The application presents the scheme of formation of certain skills through cognitive behavioral therapy. ACTI Coach, Acceptance Commitment Therapy Application. ACTI Coach is a comprehensive application that covers all aspects of acceptance and commitment therapy. CBT Thought Diary, Mood Tracker, Journal and Record. With the Thought Diary, participants can record their negative emotions, analyze the drawbacks in their thinking, and re-evaluate their negative thoughts into more balanced ones. The findings of the ascertaining research stage showed that a majority of the participants have low level of emotional stability and synagenic potential in general. Respondents showed a high level of anxiety, restlessness combined with rapid exhaustion, low level of stress resistance, high anxiety about work, and sensitivity to failure. In order to finalize the results of integrative psychocorrective work using the elements of traditional training in combination with modern AR technologies in the experimental group, a rediagnosis was conducted, so that to identify the dynamics of development of personality's stress resistance. As a result of the comparison of empirical data after carrying out the corrective work on the basis of implementation of stress management program, it has been revealed that in the experimental group there is 2 times increase in the number of respondents according to the plasticity indicator, 56%. There are no significant changes in the control group. Thus, we can conclude that after conducting psychocorrective sessions, the indicators on the scale of plasticity have positively changed. This indicates that the level of flexibility of thinking and behavior, ability to switch from one activity to another, has increased. The indicators on the scale of emotionality have decreased. That is, there is an increase in the role of control over emotional manifestations while responding to different events related to practical activity and communication with people. The role of the cognitive component in the perception of stress factor. After corrective work, the level of situational anxiety in the experimental group has decreased by 1.8 times. 52% is the dominant low level. A decrease in the level of personal anxiety in the experimental group has been also found out and statistically proved. The dominant moderate level is 52%. As a result of the comparison of empirical data before and after corrective work, it has been revealed that there exists a significant decrease in the level of neuroticism of the respondents. Dominant average level is 44% and low level is 40%. This proves the fact that the level of anxiety and agitation combined with rapid exhaustion has decreased. Scale 6. Equability of mind displays stress resistance. Most respondents have a positive dynamics in the development of equability of mind. A high level, 56%, was found out to be dominant in the experimental group after the corrective work. After conducting psychocorrective sessions, the indicators of the equability of mind scale have positively changed. It shows the increase of the level of freedom from conflicts, satisfaction with oneself and one's own successes, readiness to stick to the norms and meeting the requirements. As a result of the implementation of training based on the use of AR technologies, the level of emotional lability of the experimental group respondents has decreased. Dominant low level is 48%. Analyzing the results, we can say that a psychocorrective program with elements of AR technologies has contributed to the increase of emotional stability and stress resistance of the individual. It has been found out that future specialist level of situational and personal anxiety, insecurity, inferiority, and anxiety about work, sensitivity to failures has decreased. As for the level of flexibility of thinking and behavior, ability to switch from one type of activity to another, it has also been increased. So a general level of personality's adaptive abilities has also increased. At the methodological level of the research, we have analyzed and substantiated the ways of combining traditional methods with AR/VR technologies, and the model of personality stress resistance has been designed. At the empirical level, the effectiveness of implementing AR/VR technologies into the process of stress resistance development as an integral feature of future specialists that directly influences productivity and efficiency of the future activity has been proved. The perspectives for future research are the following. development of the concept of the purposeful use of AR/VR technologies while constructive and effective personality-oriented vector of higher education, research of the impact of augmented reality elements on a person's mental characteristics. Thank you for your attention.